Good morning everyone, so I'm going to be showing you a quick video about what all the buttons do inside a W204 Mercedes C-Class. We're going to start from the sort of the door hand side, the driver's side door panel, and working our way across into the centre console last. We'll just start the engine up first. So obviously this side here, obviously this is for unlocking your door and locking your door. This is used for when, mostly probably when you're driving or you're parked, you don't want someone to open the door. This door button covers all of the doors in the car. So this is a coupe version, so you've just got the two doors. So you press that lock button and that would lock all the doors. You can also unlock it as well if you want to let passengers in. Working your way down, we've got some buttons here. So these are for moving your mirrors around. So you can adjust that by selecting the mirror that you would like, and then moving the arrows in whatever way you see fit to adjust it to you. And the same goes for the obviously the other side, and you can also dip the mirrors in using the middle button as well. The other two buttons, as you might know, are the windows dual operated, so you can put them up or down in increments, or you can push it all the way down to let it go automatically all the way down, all the way up, and vice versa. Coming round to where obviously the key and ignition is, we've got this adjuster here. So this is for your headlights, so that you can have it set to automatic, which most people do. You can set it to sort of not automatic, so you then control that full beam option on this dial here. So you push it forward for full beam and stuff like that, as you can see it come up on there. Personally, I recommend leaving it on automatic. And then the other ones, these are for obviously if you just want your side lights on or parking lights. And the other one is your fog light. Underneath here, not really a button, but it's a feature, just in case you didn't know. If you are having an issue getting obviously the handbrake off on this sort of model, I struggled as well when I first got the car. You just pull that little flap here, I think it's going on underneath, pull that towards you, and you release the handbrake. You see the handbrake's on just there. Over to the steering wheel, we've got our core controls here, and volume, so you can adjust the volume of any sort of media, music, phone call. You can also mute it if you want to. It doesn't pause the music, unfortunately, it just mutes that. You can accept phone calls and hang up using this button here, obviously adjust using that one. You can obviously adjust the volume as well, so that's for your sort of main sort of media and music. You've also got voice command, so this little button here, if you click that, you can then speak to the car to tell it what you want to do. Coming across to the left hand side of the steering wheel, we've got a sort of arrow system, so this is used to operate the main screen of the car. So you can see that's that moving up and down. You can have your sort of left and right to tell you which sort of screen you'd like to have on the sort of middle area. You can change how things appear on there. Very, very similar to sort of the modern Mercedes in terms of how these buttons operate the section on the middle. Yeah, obviously you've got the return back. You've also got a return back on here, so if you want to get back to the previous screen or get out of something, you just keep pressing that little return button just there. Onto these little legs on the side here. These buttons are all for your windscreen wiper lights and settings like that. So you push it in to enable like a quick brush over. And if you hold it in long enough, you get the spray going. It does take a bit of time to pump that up. Obviously, these little settings here adjust the sort of speed you want between automatic and on all the time, for example. It also does your lights, so you can flash and full beam. So full beam would be on if you push that way forward. You also can pull it back to enable to just do a quick flash. This little nozzle here is actually for all of your cruise control and limiting your speed. So you push it in if you want to enable limit speed, or push it in again to cancel it, and you just enable cruise control by pushing this in or putting it back to cancel. You can also push it up to adjust the speed of cruise control, and down and vice versa. The little nozzle on the side there is to adjust the display brightness of your instrument cluster in front of you. It doesn't work during the day, of course. Moving over to your main centre console, obviously I've got a manual version of this car. Main little buttons here, you've got a button under here to just open that centre console unit up if you want to store anything. You've got a fully rotational nozzle here. I'm just going to get this back to a decent screen. So we've got So you go, you can use that to operate that screen there, or use to operate the center console. You can cancel out of any functions or go back screens. This does push in, so it's used as a sort of a mouse click. It's not a I don't think it's a touchpad. I'll put a sticker on it now, but it's not a touchpad, so you just push it down to operate it. And obviously it does rotate round just like that, just clicks in place. Obviously gear stick, buttons starting at the bottom. This is all for your aircon and your zones. So you'll find with this guy you can actually turn a nozzle one way and it will automatically set the, well, not automatic, but it will automatically turn it on for you. So obviously it's off at the moment as indicated by that. If I was to just turn this nozzle on the right hand side, it does automatically put the aircon on for me. So I haven't got to push any buttons really to do that. I can then adjust it using these fans here. So this is your fan speed, that's fan speed down, this is fan speed up. To turn everything off, you obviously press off. You press this to adjust your mode, so you can just pick which one you would like and you go with that from there. Full max demister and zone, so this is to have individual zones for aircon. So at the moment mine are matched, so if I was to press zone, this will allow you to have a different temperature on different parts of the car. As you can see, I've enabled 20 degrees on the left hand side and 17 degrees on the right, and that enables you to adjust the aircon just like so. I think if you turn this off and you adjust this, I think it does change it over. So you haven't got to press zone really, it just indicates when it's on or off. Aircon, now this uses the main gas that's in your compartment. Obviously it costs to refill this, so try not to have it on all the time. What I tend to do is have the aircon on maybe for 10-20 seconds or so, and then you can turn it off. And there used to be I don't think there's a feature actually on here for that. Ignore that voice. You've got a rear demister as well. Moving up the top, you've obviously got your hazard lights, you've got individual seat heaters, so these adjust in sort of three sort of variants. You can have hot, cooler and much cooler. You've got obviously eco mode, so this is you turn this on and off. I think it works in the way that it kind of enables start stop. When the battery's brand new and when it's been used a few times, enables you to use that. You can turn off any sort of parking sensors, any sort of beepers on that button there. Obviously another seat heater. This is to operate your sort of media controls, so you can and your screen. So you press on to enable the screen, off obviously, and you got this to go between your songs. You can operate this system in the same way that you operate the screen. You can just select a shortcut for this. They don't have a shortcut for audio. You can have obviously radio or disc, but they haven't got one for audio, which is a bit weird. You can obviously quickly edit your system settings from here. Hang up, call as well, eject any sort of CDs you've got in there, clear any phone numbers, and all this stuff over the side here is all your phone number related stuff. This is all for when you want to dial in a phone number. Not that anyone sort of does that anymore. Obviously the controls over the other side are very, very similar. You've got they're identical. You've got window control and you've got your locking and stuff like that. Obviously nozzles to adjust the aircon within inside these vents, and that's pretty much all there is really in terms of buttons and what we can do. Obviously down the bottom here you've got a boot release as well on the driver's side door, just underneath the sort of first armrest here. So that's a nice little feature to have as well. So other than that really, it's not much to talk about, guys. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video.